ますが、ご了承いただけますでしょうか。しているのがロープウェイの片道のチケットになります。係員の指示は必ず従って。
サンプルだとでもそれは
I don't wanna come on too strong, yeah. I'm always worried I'll stay too long, but what's on your mind tonight? I love it when we can laugh together. That kind of thing, it just makes me feel better. I'm gonna give this just one try. But what if I told you you took my breath away? What if I told you I wish that I could stay? Is it a mistake? Will my heart break? Or will you love when I say? What if I told you you took my breath away? I'm thinking maybe I'll take you out so we can get a little closer now. Let's hear what's on your mind. 'Cause all this time I've been wondering how you feeling, what I'm feeling. Should I just let this slide? Yeah, what if I told you you took my breath away? What if I told you I wish that I could stay? Is it a mistake? Will my heart break? Or will you love when I say? What if I told you you took my breath away? What if I told you I wish that I could stay? What if I told you you took my breath away?
最近
後半の残り
なんだか
小学校の時アルミの
はい、じゃあこれをまず
これ